Hi. Um, I'm going to channel spiritual energy. Let's call it that. And if you hear something that touches your heart, then press like and subscribe on YouTube. And you can follow on Messages of Love from Beyond Facebook page too. So, that's all I got. All right. This is a time for you now to speed it up. Get with it. Get moving. We don't often speak of this, but you've gotten into a certain rhythm now of moving forward, and you've created a momentum of energy, you see? And energy is all about movement. We can't put that any other way. So, when it begins, when you start to allow it to flow through you, it creates a certain speed, a quickness, a fastness, you see. And the more you allow it through, the more quickly it becomes. Now, there are times when you have been uncomfortable with this speed. Some of you now understand what we mean, and you try to slow it down because you're afraid. You're afraid crazy energy is going to blow you off into the atmosphere, something like this. We're trying to encourage you to go with this. Go with this energy flow that's passing through and out, through and out, through and out, through and out. Sometimes it will seem fast to you because you are fighting it, you see. These are the times where it will feel out of whack, we would say. When you are going with the flow, it seems the natural, perfect speed of energy. When you are going with it, it is natural. When you are trying to resist it, all of a sudden it seems like it's going so fast. So, what we are encouraging you now is to tell you to go with the flow. That's a funny thing to say, but go with it. The more you resist it, the more frustrated you feel, and because your mind engages and thinks, that's too fast, I can't handle it. It's too fast, I can't handle it. Where in fact, it's not fast at all when you're in it. When you're in it, you're just floating along down the river, just like all the others. Not all the others. Some of the others. They're floating by, of course. There's always those ones who are trying to go up the waterfall. You have seen them. They're like, I'm stronger, I can do it. And the rest of the people are floating down, having a funny little time. And there are those trying to get up the darn waterfall. It takes a lot of energy. And those are the ones saying, this water, this energy is too fast. I can't handle it. Where obviously the others don't find it fast. They're floating leisurely, looking up at the sun and tickling their toes in the water. It's the same water, you see. So how can it be faster? It's not at all. It's the exact speed necessary. Not necessary, it's just the speed that it is, that's all. So, we're telling you to go with the flow, yes. Now, the other thing about this pushing energy, which is funny really, is that there's a certain reason when you decide to push against something. It's very human to do it, yes, and a lot do it. But there is a reason for you to do it. Your mind is going through all of the reasons you think logically. The reason that you try to swim up a waterfall is because you're afraid what's at the bottom of this river, you see. It's fear again, you see. Where are all these people leisurely floating off to? I'm afraid to go down there. I don't know what's at the bottom. This is often at the base of many human experiences. I'm afraid of what lies ahead. You can't see it, of course. It's a winding river, perhaps. I'm afraid of what's at the bottom. And, of course, to go one step further, which is what we encourage you to do, for heaven's sake, Don't stop when you find one answer. Dig a little deeper till you get to the bottom of it. Why are you afraid of the unknown? Why is that? Why? What has the unknown done to you? What is it you have let go of and had a bad response to? Yes, you have let him go. Of course. You all try it now and again, particularly when you get exhausted from trying to swim up the waterfall. You'll let go sooner or later when your arms are weak. Then you'll float down. But there have been times, you see, when you let go and something awful happened. And what did you say? I will never do that again. As if each time you let go, something disastrous will happen. Now you can sit with that and remember and try to recall what it is that is such a bad memory for you when you let go of something, a bad result. And go right into it. Don't be afraid of the memory. It's not happening this moment. It's an old idea. It's an old movie you saw a long time ago. You can go right into the middle of it and say, what exactly was wrong with this situation? And perhaps when you get into it this time, you'll think, oh, that really wasn't so bad, really. It's the fear of the fear, you see? How'd you like that one? It's the fear of the fear. That's what's getting you. You're trying so hard to get up the waterfall. Your arms are aching. It's the fear of the fear. But when you get into the middle of the fear, perhaps there's nothing there at all. Sometimes you're a little bit afraid to do, you're a lot afraid to get into the middle of it. And sometimes the fear is the way you live your life. But come on now. Get into the flow. You see the others floating along. They looked crazy at first, but after you watch them for a while, they certainly look peaceful and contented, do they not? It's all right for you to become peaceful and contented. It's all right for you too. You deserve it. You deserve some peace and contentment. You are as valuable as the rest that are floating by. You are as loved as they are. You are as precious as they are. So you deserve a little bit of relaxation too. So it's time for you to go with the flow. Your arms are certainly tired anyway. So float down. Just let go. Float down the river with the others. There is much love here for you. Namaste. Oh my gosh. It reminded me of the lazy river, you know, these floating tubes, they're floating down, having a great time. There's like one guy at the top, or there's like a waterfall coming down. He's like, I'm getting out of here, trying to get out. I don't know, especially just jump in the tubes and go floating down. Easier said than done. Bye.